As we enter May, will a blockade of cold air prevent seasonably warm temperatures from entering much of the country? And will that cause some severe weather? I'll be breaking that all down coming up in this video. Hey y'all, welcome back. It looks like we do have this blockade of cold air that's going to be preventing some warm air. That's going to be lasting for quite some time too. As we head into the middle of May, it looks like the warm air will start to creep into the eastern part of the country. And that could possibly bring some severe weather our way, as the Storm Protection Center has already issued a slight risk for today. A level 2 out of 5 on the severe weather scale, mainly for damaging wind, which is a 50% chance in the yellow and a 5% chance in the red, and a small chance for large hail as well. There is no tornado threat to speak of today, and there's no severe weather tomorrow. But as we push off into Thursday, there is a slight risk again for severe weather, which spans from Oklahoma all the way down into central and southern Texas. Now, we don't know the main hazards for Thursday just yet, and I will have a video on Thursday breaking down the main hazards. So let's go ahead and take a look at the simulated radar to break down the timing of when you could expect the worst from the severe weather. Keep in mind the date and time is up here if you want to keep track. As we push this forward, not much is happening until right around 5 o'clock tonight. We see some supercells start to enter that slight risk zone. With any of these supercells could bring with it some damaging winds and some large hail today. And it's going to start to wind down after right around 10, 11 o'clock tonight. And then it gets out of the risk area. Now, how fast will the wind speeds be? As that is the primary threat today. It looks like right around 10, 20 knots, which is right around 10, 20 mile an hour. So definitely some high winds within the whole risk area today. The winds are going to be gusting well over 30 mile an hour today too. With damaging winds as the primary threat, make sure you tighten out anything you don't want blowing around out there, especially if you're Chris. You don't want your Speedo blowing across the road over to Gladys's. Don't want her ticked off again and she'll be coming over yelling at you. There's a Speedo in my yard again. We only got kids around here, they don't want to see that. But anyway, other than the damaging winds, I'll show you why they issued the slight risk. With the first reason being the temperatures. Temperatures are going to be relatively high today, up in the 80s today almost, especially over down by Odessa. Definitely got some instability along with some moisture in the atmosphere as well. See, the dew points are relatively high within the slight risk zone. And we don't have a tornado risk to worry about today, so that's good. So we're not going to break down a sounding for today. And there's no severe weather tomorrow, so we're going to go ahead and push off into Thursday, and we're going to lower our resolution down to the 12 kilometer NAM. Now, we don't know the main hazards just yet, and I will have a video out Thursday breaking down what you could expect as far as the hazards. This gives us a rough estimate of the timing of what we could see. I'm pushing this forward to the 4th. May the 4th be with you. Looks like this will be mainly a late evening into overnight event. As you can see, we have some clusters of storms forming. I'm guessing right around 5 to 10 o'clock again, but this will possibly change. And with the blockade of cold air and the warm air fighting, will we have any winter weather to talk about? And it looks like we do have some winter weather to talk about. We're in May and we're still talking about winter weather. Looks like winter don't want to let go. We've got some winter weather advisories out in California, winter storm warnings up here in the peninsula of Michigan, and down here in West Virginia. So let's go and take a look at the timing when you could expect the worst from these winter storms. Now we're going to focus over here in California first. It looks like the snow's going to be gaining intensity through the overnight hours, and then we'll be going over the same areas over and over again until Wednesday evening, where it looks like it's going to be losing intensity and it's going to be regaining intensity by Thursday afternoon. Now, how much snow could you possibly expect within this area? Looks like y'all could expect upwards of 8 to 12 inches, especially in the higher elevations. Y'all could expect even more. Lower elevations, I expect probably right around 2 to 4 and 3 to 6 in some areas. And there's also a moderate risk for travel out here as well, so make sure you pack that safety kit with you if you have to get out today through tomorrow. Now we're going to look at the winter storm warning area up here by Wisconsin into the peninsula of Michigan. Like, this ain't going to be lasting all that long. It's going to be a pretty intense snowstorm, but it won't last all that long. It's going to be tapering off through the overnight hours tonight. It looks like y'all can expect upwards of about 3 to 6 inches of snowfall due to this. We're still talking about snow in May. This is crazy stuff. Now, as far as travel goes for this area, there's not really much travel impacts to speak of, just some minor impacts over here. And as we move down here into the West Virginia mountains, there's also another winter weather advisory that is issued. It looks like this winter storm is going to be picking up in intensity through the overnight hours tonight, as you can see. Then it's going to start tapering off by Thursday. Now, how much snow could you expect in this area? So y'all could expect upwards of 3 to 6. In some areas you could see a lot more than that, especially in the upper elevations and the Appalachians. There's also, if you have to get out on the roads today, please be careful over there, as there's also minor impacts for travel for the next 3 days. If you live within any of these winter weather areas, please be careful on those roads and pack that safety kit with you. So other than severe weather and some springtime winter storms, we're going to look at what's coming up as we head towards the middle of May. We're looking at the Euro model. Keep in mind the date and time's up here above my head. If you want to keep track, we know we got this blockade of cold air. It's preventing that warm air from moving eastward from this do-si-do storm. It's bringing a lot of snowfall to northern Wisconsin and the peninsula of Michigan, bringing with it upwards of 36 inches of snowfall. It's also going to cause some severe weather down by Texas today and Thursday, as well as that warm air starts to move eastward. And as that warm air starts to move eastward and collides with that cold air, that's going to bring a powder keg of severe weather our way as well as we head towards the weekend. And that's going to bring a lot of flooding too, as it's going to be non-stop rainfall through the middle of the month. And as we head towards the middle of the month, looks like we're going to be dealing with a very interesting storm. Now this is over 200 hours out. Keep that in mind. We got this low pressure system setting up over here in Minnesota. Now this could be further south, further north. We don't know yet because it is over 200 hours out, and that is uncertainty as far as weather models go. That's going to bring some winter weather up by Wisconsin again, and some severe weather potentially down south. It looks like a very wacky weather pattern, and a very strange weather pattern as well, as this cold air don't want to leave us. Now let's go ahead and take a look at the temperature anomalies, see what kind of temperatures we have in store as we head towards the middle of May, see if it'll ever warm up. Now, it looks like we're going to be dealing with this cold pattern for a little bit, and once that warm air moves eastward, we're going to start to warm up, and that's when we're going to be dealing with that crazy weather. We're going to be in this warming pattern for a while until it cools off by the middle of the month again. And it looks like the Climate Prediction Center is in agreement with that, as a warm up is in store out east and a cool down is in store out west. As far as 8 to 14 day temperature outlook goes, not much has changed. The blue is below average and the red and oranges are above average. As far as precipitation goes, in the green, y'all are above average as far as precip goes, and in the red and orange, y'all are below average. 8 to 14 days, looks like much of the country is going to be above average, and over here in California, on over into Arizona and Utah, looks like y'all are going to be below average. So it looks like a strange weather pattern is in store as we head towards the middle of May. Looks like old man winter don't want to let go. Once that cold air does move out, we're going to be dealing with a powder keg of some severe weather, and then we're going to be getting back another cold pattern again as we head towards the middle of May. So if you like the video, please hit that thumbs up button. Don't forget to subscribe down below. And don't forget to share the video as well. And I'd like to thank all my new subscribers. I appreciate all y'all for watching. Until next time, never stop forecasting.